Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to our respective lecturer, Mr. Tony Faridi, and my fellow classmates. Today we would like to present our seminar topic for ADS656, which is Service Quality in the Public Sector. This presentation discusses the importance of service quality in public sector, particularly in Malaysian context. It examines the key challenges faced by public agencies, the theoretical foundations behind service quality, and several recommendations to improve public service delivery. The discussion is based on academic literature, government reports, and public sector reforms influenced by new public management principles. Service quality is very important in today's public management. In the past, public services focused mainly on rules and procedures. As long as the rules were followed, the service was considered successful. However, today citizens expect more. They want services that are fast, clear, and easy to access. For example, when people visit National Registration Department, JPN, or government clinics, they expect short waiting times and polite service. Because of this, public agency must move from a bureaucratic approach to a more citizen-centered approach. Service quality in the public sector is closely linked to New Public Management or NPM. NPM encourages the public sector to adopt private sector practices. Under NPM, citizens are seen as customers and public agencies are expected to focus on efficiency, performance, and results, not just procedures. In Malaysia, NPM has influenced reforms such as the Client's Charter and the Public Service Transformation Framework. These reforms aim to improve efficiency and service quality. However, even with these reforms, service quality in Malaysia is still inconsistent. Many citizens continue to face delays, confusion, and poor service experiences. There is a gap between what people sector reforms promise and what citizens actually experience. This gap affects public satisfaction and reduces trust in government services. Therefore, it is important to identify the main problems that affect the service quality in the public sectors. There are four main problems affecting the service quality. Number one, long waiting times are common, especially at JPN and public clinics. These delays are often caused by staff shortages and high demand. Second, digital services face problems such as system errors and difficult interfaces, especially for elderly users. Third, service delivery is inconsistent. Citizens may receive different information depending on the officer or office. And finally, limited budgets and outdated facilities reduce services efficiency, especially in rural areas.
Citizens now expect not only efficient services but also accountable and transparent government operations. This shift, driven by technological advancements and heightened awareness of citizens' rights, reflects the evolving needs for more personalized, timely, and accessible solutions in public service delivery. Citizens now expect not only efficient services but also accountable and transparent government operations. This shift, driven by technological advancements and heightened awareness of citizens' rights, the Serve-Qual model, developed by Parasuraman, Zitamal, and Berry in 1988, evaluates service quality through 5 dimensions: reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangibles. It helps identify gaps between citizens' expectations and their actual experience with government services. However, challenges remain in measuring subjective dimensions like empathy and assurance, particularly in bureaucratic environments. The Serve-Qual model, developed by Parasuraman, New Public Management (NPM), has influenced public sector reforms, especially in Malaysia. It emphasizes efficiency and performance measurement, treating citizens as customers. Reforms like the Public Service Transformation Framework (PSCA) have improved service delivery, but challenges such as inconsistent service and bureaucratic inefficiencies remain. New public management (NPM) has influenced public sector reforms, especially in Malaysia. It emphasizes efficiency and performance measurement. Digital platforms like My Government and My Sejahtera have improved service accessibility, but issues like technical glitches and the digital divide persist. Ensuring inclusivity for all citizens, especially the elderly and digital disadvantaged, is crucial for the success of digital transformation. Public agencies often face limited budgets, outdated infrastructure, and staff shortage, affecting service quality. For example, during peak periods, the National Registration Department or Jabatan Pendaftaran Negara experiences overcrowding and delays. Strategic investment in resources, technology, and staff training are essential to address these. Inconsistencies in service delivery across government agencies arise from lack of standardized procedures and poor staff training. This leads to frustration and diminished trust in government. Standardizing processes, improving training, and enhancing communication will ensure consistent and high-quality service delivery. Inconsistencies in service delivery across government agencies arise from lack of standardized procedures and poor staff training. This leads to frustration and diminished trust in government.
Hello, my name is Mohammad Shukrim Ali Rahman. Today I'm going to talk about methodology overview. This paper adopts a qualitative and conceptual methodology which is appropriate for a seminar-based discussion in public management. The study does not involve primary data collection such as survey or questionnaire. Instead, it focuses on analyzing service quality in the Malaysian public sector through existing literature and theoretical perspective. This approach aligns with the objective of ADS656, which emphasizes conceptual understanding rather than empirical testing. Thank you. Framework and theory. The analysis is guided by the SERVQUAL model, which examines service quality through 5 dimensions: reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangibles. In this paper, SERVQUAL is applied conceptually to interpret service delivery challenge rather than as a measurement instrument. Additionally, the discussion is informed by new public management theory, which highlights efficiency, accountability, and citizen-oriented service delivery. This framework together provides a structured lens for analyzing public sector service quality. Data source. The study relies exclusively on secondary data sources, including peer review, academic journals, government report, policy document, and publication from international organizations such as the OECD. The source offer both empirical insight and policy perspective on public service performance, digital transformation, and citizen certification within the Malaysian public sector. Analytical approach and rigor. Thematic and comparative analysis is employed to synthesize findings from the reviewed literature. Key themes such as service responsiveness, digital service challenge, staff competence, and infrastructure adequacy are examined in relation to the SERVQUAL dimension. Statistical reliability and validity are not applicable in this conceptual study. Academic rigor is ensured through the use of credible source, consistent engagement with established theory, and cross-referencing of scholarly work.
Now that we know how we collected our information, I will talk about what we found in our research and what we suggest the government should do to improve. The silo problem. Even though staff follows rule, government computer systems do not talk to each other. For an example, in 2024, big hospitals became too overcrowded because they couldn't share data with smaller clinics. This makes the service feel unreliable. Second, the digital gap. Online tools like Padu were made to be fast. However, technical errors forced the many rural elderly citizens to wait in long line at physical offices anyway. The technology is not yet reaching everyone equally. Third, the human factor. A 2025 JPA audit found that most complaints are actually about rude attitudes and robotic behavior from staff. Citizens feel that officers focus too much on strict rules and not enough on being kind or helpful. Fourth, city versus countryside. There's a big gap. City offices are new and have fast internet, but village offices are often old and the internet is very slow. This is not fair for people in rural area. To fix this issue, we suggest 5 main actions. First, training for empathy. We should stop training staff only on technical rules. We must train them in emotional intelligence. We suggest following the JPN model, which trains staff to be helper rather than just gatekeepers. Second, a whole of government strategy. The government should break down the walls between ministries by using a single sign-on system like My Digital ID. Citizens only need to give their information once for all government services. Third, standardized service with flying squad. Service should be the same in a small village and big city. We recommend using flying squad. You need to do surprise check. This makes sure every office follows its promises to the public. Fourth, fix rural infrastructure. The government must spend more money on rural clinic and internet centers. We should follow the budget 2025 model to ensure that technology benefits everyone, not just people in the city. Fifth, reward good service, the DEEP system. We suggest the DEEP system instead of promoting staff based on how many years they have worked. We should give reward based on citizen satisfaction. This will create a culture that truly values the people.
In conclusion, service quality is essential for effective governance and directly impacts public trust in government institutions. While NPM reforms have made progress in efficiency, accountability, and accessibility, challenges remain, such as slow response time, lack of empathy, and gaps in digital services, which affect citizen satisfaction. Improvement in service quality cannot rely solely on efficiency, reforms, or technology. It requires a comprehensive strategy that combines well-trained staff, user-friendly digital systems, consistent service delivery, and leadership that prioritize public service values. By integrating NPM principles with a citizen-centered approach, public agency can create services that meet both administrative goals and the diverse needs of citizens, fostering stronger public trust and improving governance. That's all from us. Thank you.